Security analyst in the region finds that the international community should not deliberately overlook the root causes of the security issues in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo for the sake of personal interests. Adam Squizera has more on this.
As the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC maintains its instance of refusing direct talks with M23, a Congolese armed group advocating for the rights of marginalized communities, particularly the Tutsi ethnic, which has lived in DRC for over centuries and continue to face persecution. As this government of DRC continues to support and collaborate closely with the genocidal militia, FDLR, a terrorist group primarily driven by genocide ideology. On the battlefield, the M23 group continues to capture new territories, while emphasizing that political dialogue remains the only viable path to addressing the underlying issues that prompt them to take up arms. Ambassador Joseph Mutaboba, an expert in politics and international relations, highlights that efforts to find a lasting solution are hindered by the refusal to address the truth about the root causes of the issue.
Those who divided us, those who drew the maps, the new maps, those who said from now on that volcano is not Rwandan, that volcano is Ugandan, because one British colonizer wanted to have a look at the volcanoes also. It is a fact, it's been done. But we should be able to convince these guys the time has come to break the silence. They've kept quiet for a long time, and yet they are responsible for what has happened. I'm not asking them to repent. It might not be the case, but they will never repent, maybe. But at least we recognize through their writings, through the deeds, they are documented, dated. Yes, we did this, we are sorry. They may not say sorry, I don't expect any sorry from them. It's not necessary. But tell the truth. Tell the truth and make people understand, look guys, this was the fact.
The US and the European Union have recently urged M23 to withdraw from the territories it has captured. However, they have not been forthcoming about addressing the root causes of the conflict, even as they acknowledge the Democratic Republic of Congo's close collaboration with the genocidal militia, FDLR. In a message posted on X, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Ambassador Olivier Nduhungirehe, expressed disappointment with the international community for urging M23 to withdraw from the areas it has captured, while ignoring the large parts of the Masisi territory are all under the control of FDLR, a foreign force occupying Congolese territory. He criticized the failure to condemn the ongoing violation of Congolese lands, which belong to Congolese communities, including the Congolese Tutsi. He noted that this instance implies that a Rwandan genocidal force is deemed to legitimate on DRC soil than Congolese community that the FDLR seeks to exterminate. This is where Ambassador Joseph Mutaboba highlighted that the international community's vested interests in the DRC are the primary reason for its deliberate disregard of the root causes of the conflict.
Critical that is. They have been looking after those FDLRs for the last 30 years in the same place, where they dislodged the natural inhabitants of that. So overnight, over years, they have completely just brushed the whole thing. They don't want to hear that story. It's part of the history. It has happened. The end of the broad right. So why can you forget this? And now, 30 years later, say M23 should be condemned because they have liberated the Masisi. Now people can just go free, no more cows being killed and so on. Why? It's because they had interest in that. If you check the report the way it is written, they mention later on FDLR supported by the FIDC and so on. It's as if it's a by the way note in the small print. It is ridiculous. It's immoral. It's ridiculous.
Minister Nduhungirehe also pointed out that conflict in the Eastern DRC cannot be resolved through quick fixes, nice pictures and handshakes, the infantilization of the DRC leadership, or through the usual accusations and blame game by the international community. In end of your message, President Paul Kagame emphasized that shortcuts or temporary fixes cannot provide a lasting solution to this issue.
Unfortunately, we continue to see instability in our region along our borders. I want to assure you that Rwanda's security and sovereignty will always be fully protected by all means necessary. Shortcuts and temporary fixes cannot resolve this issue. There has to be a comprehensive solution that deals with root causes in the medium and long term, which should guarantee lasting peace for all the peoples of our region. This is important for all of us, without exception. There is no peace for some and not for others. We all need the same peace.
Rwanda has repeatedly stated that it will not lift its defensive measures as long as the Democratic Republic of Congo continues to be a home of terrorist groups that threaten its security. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.